A tip, sisters and brothers, the Jedi Knight here. Welcome to Ntr Kmt, Temple of Super Beings, and Afro-Asiatic Canna Bliss culture, Kung Fu, yoga, and all that other stuff. So, as you noticed on the channel below, there are two parts to the title. The first part is Per Ntr Kmt slash E Ching Dao. Now, the first part, Per Ntr Kmt, I'll be teaching Kemetic stuff, like the last 9 videos so far. I have two more, or one more, on the Medu Nectar meditations, or the laws of the tree of life. These are faculties within you. I'm not just talking about what's within me and I talk to God. The things I just got finished explaining on these videos is about your self-development. That's what I like about the stuff that I teach. Even in the Taoist stuff, you have to do this. If I show you breathing, that means I had to learn it, and I'm showing you how to breathe. And if you never see me again in life, now you know how to breathe deeply and correctly, and you got to do it. If you learn it and don't do it, that's why, you can't give a guarantee, because how am I going to be at your house, everybody's house, on video, and make sure, like in a class, in a real class, like I used to teach, how can I make sure all the people that watch my videos are doing the correct breathing and the correct stances, da-da-da-da-da. So this video stuff is difficult because there's a lot of things that I'm going to teach from the Medu Nectar. If you could buy a book on it, like I started learning Tai Chi from a book, but I eventually had to go to a real live teacher to get, the real stuff. It's some things you just not going to get from a book. So with these videos, I'll do my best. And then you have to do the research and you have to do the practice yourself. You will not know if all this stuff I'm talking about is true unless you do it. So on this video, I just wanted to talk about education. People put a lot of I'm not worried about the whole world. I'm not worried about all other races. This is what I am. This is what my people look like. I see people on the street, all over the street, laid out. California is crazy. People just laid out. I see women standing around like, damn near every block. No, no, no. It's time somebody try to do something. Nobody has never asked me, what is it that you do? Oh, you do that Kung Fu? But nobody never said, what do you do, Roy? Wow, if you only knew. Anyway, getting off the subject. Education. Education. We put a big thing on that. I'm going to send my children to college, and I'm going to put them in school, and da-da-da-da. Well, one of the biggest things, especially for a black person, especially if you're into that Bible, and this is talking about your everlasting soul and your spirit and all that type of stuff. And then in that book, not just that book, but I use that a lot as an example. In that book it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. Not some white dude on a throne with a big ass beard and you know, we're gonna talk about images to it, but it said the Word. So now, okay, now go back to Genesis where it says God. It really said Ilion El or something like that. But anyway, the word you all know is God. Said, let there be light. Poof, and there was a light. God said, let the firmament. He said. So did he have a larynx and a throat and a tongue to make speech? Or was it just a vibration? Stuff like that. Was it a word like English? Let there be light, dude. So, what is education? Your words, what you speak, is what you think. So, let's start out with education, the word. You have to do your own studies on this stuff. Edited dictation, education. Edited dictation. So edited means I take the book that I'm going to be teaching from, right? And then I say, well, let's change the name Ntr to God, a German God. Let's take out the part where you do the breathing. Let's take out this and take out that and change the names to other people's or to our gods, Jupiter and Mars, and let's name their months after these gods. And after a while, they won't even know what they're saying. The creative words coming out of their mouths will be creating for us. So, how important is edited dictation? Education is not learning. I personally did not take to school. The biggest problem my teachers had, they called my mother to school because they said, well, he's not a bad boy, but he just don't do the work. So evidently, I'm speaking, so I must have learned how to speak. I still don't know how to write cursive. Listen to the word. When you used to write in script, they called it cursive. Cursive. And then when you know how to put the letters together the way they educate you, then they call it spelling. Spelling? You're putting a spell in cursive? Now, so now you're repeating these things you have been educated on to other beings. These are vibrations coming out of your mouth. Everything that is solid, like this laptop, is a vibration. Plastic has a vibration. Wood, whatever you can think of, any material, it's that material because it has a certain frequency of vibration. Now, the human voice can recreate all vibrations. A trained human voice. A trained human voice has more range than even the birds. Now, did you know the chirping of birds open up plants and flowers and different things? The sound of the bird open up plants. So when you wipe out the birds and the bees, guess what happens? So guess where most of you live? You live in things called cities. Cities. So we're talking about education. So the first thing you learn in school, in speech, is A, B, C. Now wait a minute. How the heck is the letter called C when the words that you pronounce with C is can, can't, could, come? Ooh, I like that one. No, actually, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the letter, not what they educated you to how to say it when you say your A, B, C's. That's a whole nother thing. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. You, me, they. And then they get to God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. Wow. I have a mother. What happened to the woman in that equation? So right from the start of your education, they are miseducating you. And fortunately, I had a mother who wasn't really all that, you got to, my mother said, at least learn how to write your name so you can sign your checks. And that's the only writing I know. And now they don't even push it in school. Another word, look it up. School is a Jewish, not Hebrew, Jewish word for shul. Shul in their language means abode of the dead. I'm out. Peace. Where's the button? Oh, I always gotta look for this button over here. There you go.